FCK server, right? Nezzie would like us to believe that they were a dumb 19-year-old at the time during the FCK server. And they're trying to avoid accountability. And I think it's absolutely hilarious. There's rumors, um, there's rumors going around that Ponder actually dropped Nezziemonster and they're not friends anymore. I think it's hilarious. Nezzie is more than happy to use Leigha Convoy as a weapon when it fits them. And also, Nezzie does not like it when people get treated with big kid gloves on. So we today are not going to treat Nezzie with big kid gloves on. We are going to hold Nezzie to the highest accountability whatsoever. Okay? We're going to hold them accountable. And when we hold them accountable, we are going to look at their interactions in the FCK server. So, this is one of the interactions in the FCK server. Let me hold on for a second. Teddy, if you, just a trigger warning, we're going over the FCK server. If you're easily triggered by this, please step away for a second, okay? I'll give you a chance. We should treat Nezzie with power fists. We totally should. Totally should. Obituary says Nezzie has always been a Karen. Even before all this came out, they dish it out a lot of criticism, but they've never been able to take it. I agree. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Thank you. I will if need to. Okay, so you're fine. So this is one interaction that happened that Nezzie has had in the FCK server. So on February 17th, 2020, Mimi Diggs of all people, absolutely gross person. And reminder, Mimi Diggs went around asking for thigh pics of slimmers. Gross, and they were 23. And Nezzie says that they were 19 at the time of the FCK server. Mimi Diggs says, "Spread my bun cheeks, toasty." Then Mimi Diggs also says, "Motorboat me, please." Nezziemonster says, "I can't wake up." Nezzie also says, "Magic Viagra." Then Mimi Diggs says, "An RB bigger, each G dev get HFRN." Okay, I'm not going to read that. I have no idea what they're saying right there. It's chopped up English. They're probably being like that because they want to be esoteric in nature. So whatever. Then Miss Zizi. Oh, wait, no. Mimi Diggs and Miss Zizi are two different people. Sorry, I misspoke. Mimi Diggs is a different person than Miss Zizi. Miss Zizi was asking for the thigh pictures and was 23 at the time of the SCK server. Miss Zizi also sends this picture of Brazzers, and it looks like Toontown meme. Yeah. This is another interaction that Nezziemonster has had in the FCK server. So this is a picture that Nezzie posted, right? I'll probably use this picture as a thumbnail just to, like, in spite of it, just to be petty. Then Nezzie says, "This is the closest that you will get to my titties." Then Nezzie also says, "Also, Toasty's mine now." Then Mimi Diggs says, "No, he's mine." Then Toasty says, "LOL." Mimi Diggs was involved partially in the Spectre drama. I didn't know that. Miss Easy is a genuine freak. Why does it seem like these people who call out PDFs are ones themselves? Absolutely. Absolutely. This is another interaction that Nezzie has had in the FCK server. Nezzie posted this meme that says, "Send nudes, her," and then this, clearly inappropriate because this was around minors. Mimi Diggs says, "Okay, I'm going to go to the gym," and post another picture that's cut off. This is another interaction with Nezzie in the FCK server, specifically with Fuchsia Butters and Toasty Vanilla. Fuchsia Butter says, "More chicken Kievs for you than my child." Nezzie says, "Yes, more sustenance. Then Miss Easy posts a picture cut off, most likely inappropriate. That's probably why it was cut off. Um, then Nezzie says bulgy wolgy. So they're interacting with an inappropriate image that was passed in the Discord in the FCK server around minors. And then Nezzie further comments on it and acknowledges said image and says bulgy wolgy. Then Fuchsia says slowly stuffs an entire chicken Kiev into her mouth. Then Toasty says, "Oh God, yes. Oh God." Then Fuchsia says, "No speaking." Then Toasty Vanilla says, "Oh yes." Then Toasty Vanilla says, "Please." Then Fuchsia says, "Only eating." This is why I find it, I'm very perplexed as to why Doodle Tones, like, did not call out Toasty Vanilla at this time. But that's another topic for another day. Then Nezziemonster, Nezzie says, "Know the face of true fear." Then deleted user, "As long as they don't hurt me, I will stay here." So it is speculated that deleted user could possibly be a minor. We don't know for a fact, but they could have possibly. Do you have Laka in your DMs? I do, Teddy. They could possibly have been a minor. Then Nezzie posts a picture of a penis plushie, then says penis plushie. Then deleted user says penis blushy. Then Vanilla says Papa bless. Here's another one. Refresh my memory. What y'all did? Miss Zizi groom Mimi Diggs, or I misremembered. It was predatory behavior. It's predatory. Miss Zizi was for sure predatory. They were asking for Mimi Diggs' thigh picture. That's for sure. Vanilla said, Toasty Vanilla says, Nezzie at Nezziemonster, get in here, art sub, so I can make fun of you. Nezzie says, I can't hear you. Toasty Vanilla says, I can't hear you. Then Toasty Vanilla says, I'm going to restart Discord. Then Nezzie says, crush my layers, mommy. And it's a picture of Toasty Vanilla. Yes, Miss Easy Groom Mimi Diggs. Deleted user was also a minor. Okay, so deleted user is confirmed minor. For sure. And Mimi Diggs was a minor too. Thank you, Laka, for correcting me. I really appreciate it. And that's all the interactions that I have of Nezzie. So there might be possibly more interactions that I don't have. So I could be missing something, but these are all the interactions that I have of Nezziemonster in the FCK Discord. So let's go back to our bookmarks. Nezzie decided to open their big mouth. And it is absolutely insane what Nezzie said. So Nezzie says this. Nezzie says this. Nezzie tweets this first. It's gay month, which means you're not allowed to be mean to me. Now please give me affection, right? Then they were starting to get shit over their tweet. I even think I quote tweeted it, and I was like, bro, this is not the approach you want to take, like literally. So they were getting flack for it, right? And am I at 2K now? Let's check. I didn't think I would get to 2K today. No, I'm not at 2K. Anyways, they were getting flack for this response because it's like, bro, like seriously, you can't really. You lack that much self-awareness. I don't get it. Really? Then they were getting shit, and in response to them getting shit, instead of just shutting up and just being quiet, and going back into their little corner and just shutting up, they decided to further dig the hole. So they said, if you for real thought this post was shielding myself from criticism, you are a fucking idiot. I have apologized numerous times. I don't care how many times you've apologized. Your apologies will never be good enough, Nezzie. I'm just gonna flat out sit there and say that your apologies will never be good enough. This shit, and you will forever be ridiculed. Just an FYI. So if you think time is gonna pass and you will not get ridiculed, nah, nah. Because I will always be here to ridicule you. That shit is also not only, or that shit not also not only happened 4 years ago, but when I was 19 of course, I think differently now, you dipshits touch grass. There is no time expiration when it comes to inappropriate actions with minors in a Discord server, Nezzie. So, although it happened 4 years ago, that don't mean shit to me. There's no expiration date. You'll get called out for it. So if you think just because it happened 4 years ago and time has passed and you're I don't know, you're like freaking acquitted or dismissed of all the things that you've done, think again. Okay, buddy? Okay, buddy?
Okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy. Nezzie, you're wrong here. Leigha says, okay, no. I'm saying something here. You lied to the victims about what you did, to other people about what was going on, and even what you knew. One of those retweets is from a victim of the FCK telling you to show you have grown as a person then. Think about that for a moment. And I don't disagree with Leigha here. Do not disagree with Leigha. But then I started to see. I started to see Akumu's tweets. So Akumu says, because somebody went to Nezzie and was like, get off the internet. And Nezzie decided to respond and say, make me, bitch. I ain't leaving because I was a dumbass when I was 19. So Akumu points it out and says, I called it, folks. She's using the whole I didn't know any better at 19 when she outright lied in October. She knew what V Omega did was bad in August, comparing Toasty to him. Yet she wants us to believe she didn't know any better. LMFAO. Oh, hey, Vader. Vader broke into my room again. The SCC's best, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a screenshot. Hi, Vader. You want a treat again? Vader wants another treat. So in this screenshot, it's somebody says, bruh, I don't care about the Toby parts. I only watched the Toasty segment and I'm kind of angry. Then Pokey Dork says, what happened in the Toasty segment? Then Wife Material says, she called Toasty a predator and a groomer without evidence. I'm assuming that they're talking about Madame, by the way. She's basically siding with Akumu, saying maybe they're not talking about Madame. Saying he encouraged minors to look at NSFW. She even brought your name up, Pokey Dark. From what I remember, it was that you and others were in a former friend group with Toasty. Then Pokey Dork says, yeah, I used to be friends with him. Yeah, I stopped because some of the stuff he did and I didn't agree with and I cut him off because he mistreated a friend. Pokey Dork is Nezzie, by the way. Then Wife Material says, was he sending porn to minors or encouraging minors to look at NSFW? Then Nezzie says, I don't know about that, but I remember he would send porn as a joke in the friend group and we were all adults. Nezzie, you are straight up lying. You are straight up lying. 100%. Liar.
What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
They're talking about Rin because Rin called this out in 2020. Okay, so they were talking about Rin. Thank you for clarifying that. Teddy says Rin actually reached out to me to make that video. Okay, so then there you go. Rin actually did reach out to the FCK server victims. Then Wife Material says, I see. So that's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious that Akumu is able to point this out. But it gets better, guys. It gets better. Akumu says a very interesting Google Doc was posted containing a conversation an artist had with Nezziemonster, and oh boy, it was revealing. While either discuss it in a live video, and then he ats Kumo and says she mentioned your situation parodying Lio. So I don't know who wrote this, but it's titled My Conversation with Nezziemonster. What are you guys saying? It was downvoted by the FCK folk to get folk and junkie gaslit Rin. That's insane. Okay. I'm going to continue to read. I've been debating whether or not I should make these DMs public or not, but I've made up my mind. My only request from you is this. Please do not contact me about this document. Okay, I'm not going to contact you. Or anything else related to the FCK. Okay, I'm not going to contact you. I don't even know who you are. This doc is as far as I'm willing to go, as I want to move on from this and get on with my life. Do with this information what you will, just leave me out of it. That goes for Akumu, Nezzie, and anyone else who reads this. This noted. This whole thing has been exhausting for me as I've been following this community since I was 19 and I'm 23 now. And I wouldn't be where I am as an artist without them or their communities, excluding Toasty/Ruby, as I never knew about him until the leaks. It's not exactly fun watching people who've helped you grow rapidly dig their own grave. That's why I'm posting this. Something about this convo I had doesn't sit right with me and I need to talk about it. Before you ask why I have Nezzie's name censored, it's because I'm unsure of the showing the name of the person you're DMing is illegal. It's not illegal, but you're totally fine for censoring their name. Laka Moka Laka, I literally love saying Laka's name. Laka Moka Laka showed me unintentionally that it wasn't, and I had just wasted my time making a mistake that shouldn't have been made in the first place. I'm in the right for backing out the people who follow Nezzie that I also follow through. I will be leaving my personal thoughts in this on this convo here and there, but I implore you to form your own conclusion. Don't be a gas man. Please have some autonomy, as I'm the last person who should be telling you how to think and feel. This conversation started off with me saying, "Hi, Nezzie, I'm probably going to regret this later, but you think you're in good enough headspace to talk about the FCK?" Yippee, thank you so much. You're all sweet. Oh, you guys are cheering up Teddy. Thank you guys for being nice to Teddy. I'm glad you're getting therapy, Teddy W. I'd show you the screenshot of me saying that, but I deleted the convo due to getting cold feet. And I didn't have I didn't save it then. Nezzie would later respond with this. This is a screenshot. I don't know why there's like a huge blank. Maybe there was a screenshot right here and it was edited out. Don't be sad. It's over. Oh, wait, that's the start of their bio. Whatever. Why are you asking about that now? You blocked me with no explanation for like what 2 months ago, and now you want to talk about it. Then the person replies, fair point, reason why I blocked you, and subsequently why I'm not only talking to you now was because I was angry and upset with things I've seen you and others do that I had spoken to Xena a little while after, and Xena is Miss ZZ, by the way. A little while after the leak went public, she showed me personally how little she cares about it. I'm still angry and upset, but I'm a bit calmer now than I was the last 2 months. Yes, it took me 2 months to calm down. I'm well aware of how that sounds. Yeah, Teddy, you're not crazy. Then this person says, I also am not surprised that Miss ZZ doesn't care about the situation, because when I made my video about Miss ZZ, their immediate go-to was to block me. So, and that just tells me you're fucking guilty. So then this person says, yeah, I talked to Xena through DMs, and that was my mistake on my end, as I was in those of denial at the time and hadn't fully emotionally processed the whole thing yet. Then this person sends a screenshot further of the conversation with Nezzie and says, to clarify, it took me this long to talk to you about it. Sorry, guys. About it because I was and still am furious with you upon looking into it myself. However, I'm not here to yell at you. I simply want to talk with you in private about the situation, as well as a few other things if they get brought up. I am aware, Nezzie then says, I'm aware you cut me off for this situation, and I'm also pissed because you decided now, after more evidence came out from Susie and Lio, but sure, ask away. So, Nezzie, let me correct you on this because you are very wrong here. Very wrong. The evidence that came out by Lio and Doodle Tones is not good enough. Okay? So if you want to sit here and think that you're innocent because Doodle Tones made a video about saying that there's nuance to the situation, think again. Okay? Doodle Tones didn't do you any favors. So do not point that video out thinking you're completely exonerated from from your interactions with the FCK server. Okay? Okay, buddy? Wait, where's Buddy?
Okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy. Doodle Tones also lied about the situation and they quit YouTube because of it. Then this person says, the evidence provided is kind of why I'm here, Nezzie. See, the screenshots Doodle showed in her video didn't necessarily correct anything about you or your involvement in the FCK. Those screenshots showed that you knew more about the FCK than you initially let on. So they initially continued to lie, just like Doodle Tones did. They said that Doodle Tones went around and said, oh my God, I didn't know Toasty Vanilla was like this. This was just the environment that they were a part of. And then it comes out that Doodle Tones knew Toasty Vanilla was a sex pest. Absolutely gross. So then the person shows the screenshot and it's Nezzie saying, Toasty, you need to remove the Slimmers NSFW chat. I literally think this conversation only took place between Nezzie and Toasty Vanilla, because Nezzie was doing an optics check. Just like Crystal does optics check, I think Nezzie was doing an optics check. Um, because from the time between between February 23, 2020 and um August 1st, 2020, you had no problem with what Toasty Vanilla was doing. And now all of a sudden you have an issue in August. That's why I don't believe you. Nezzie says, Toasty, you need to remove Slimmer's NSFW chat. Toasty says, I'm not in charge of that. You'll have to ask an admin. Then Nezzie says you're friends with the admin. Then Toasty says, you wouldn't really call me and him friends, but sure, I'll ask him. Then Nezzie says, just warning, you guys, that could become an issue. Again, the optics checking. Laka says, you are correct. It was an optics due to the fact that in the FCK, Beth Looney. Oh yeah, you do make sense right there. Because Ben the Looney did say this. Ben the Looney threatened to expose the FCK server. Yeah. That's when they started cleaning shit up. I agree. You make a good point right there, Laka. This screenshot in particular is baffling to me. That could become an issue, could become an issue? Question mark. How on earth did you not think that was an issue at the time? I agree with this person. How did they not think that? Then Nezzie says this. I don't 100% remember my mentality at the time. I don't know why I said that way. I know people don't think or don't like the fact that I don't know, but 4 years of drugs does not help. Oh my God. Literally, that's not an excuse, Nezzie. This is really bad. 4 years of drugs does not help. So you were just like high the entire time? You just didn't know? Like, this is bad. This is horrible. Ben the Looney is an artist? Yes. Teddy says, I was so blind. I feel bad for thinking they cared so much. I'm glad I took some time to think about it. Yeah. It's okay, Teddy. You know, sometimes we get tricked by people. It's totally fine. Don't be too hard on yourself. I never said I wasn't irresponsible. I never said I didn't fuck up. I know the accusation and no, I didn't know about anyone being fucking groomed. The closest I knew was a video Gal did, Rin, on Toasty that was swiftly retracted with an apology. That's because you gaslit Rin. Thuman's making a video that will explain more where I get interviewed by her and you actually hear from the victims directly. I can't wait for Thuman's video. I suggest you block me. Then Nezzie continues. I suggest you block me if you want to see me as this evil, vindictive person. I will not stop you. I'm not going to fight to be understood by anyone because nobody gives a shit about the circumstances or the precautions. The reason why nobody gives a shit about the circumstances or precautions, hi Shanneries, Nezzie, is because you were inappropriate with minors. I don't care about the circumstances or precautions. I'm paying attention to actions. You were inappropriate with minors. Toasty was inappropriate with minors, and you allowed it. I took after leaving. Nobody gives a shit that the victims themselves don't have an issue with me. Literally, you're using victims as a meat shield right here, Nezzie. This is kind of disgusting. Guys, stop using the victims as meat shields. This is disgusting. Nobody gives a shit. I hate that. That's so fucking gross. That gives me a gross feeling. They actually do. It's why Teddy is upset. Yeah. What is Teddy saying? I take back when I said I don't think Nezzie didn't do anything wrong, because it was 100% wrong for Nezzie to jump onto Toasty for sending me porn and being okay with it. Yeah. I do not disagree with you, Teddy. Um Nobody gives a shit about the victims themselves. Like, they're using the victims as a meat shield with that statement. I hate that. Nobody gives a shit that this was done out of maliciousness because someone can't get over a video from 4 years ago and they made it very clear they want me gone and thus diverted attention from the actual victims. No. Full stop. No. That's disgusting, Nezzie. This is so fucking gross. Calling out the FCK server and calling you out does not mean they're diverting attention from the victims. It's the exact opposite. You're such a bullshitter. I don't know how many times people expect me to say it. I fucked up. What do you want me to fucking do? Or what do you want me to fucking do? Cry or lash myself on camera as self-punishment? I've had enough. Bye. Then this person says, "Okay, there's a lot to sift through. There's a lot to sift through here. First of all, Nezzie is pretty much lashing out at me and telling me to fuck off because I blocked them for 2 months. Something I was entirely justified in doing, by the way. I don't really know what to say about that. Second, people do care the precautions you took after leaving the FCK. Leaving the FCK, yes, that's what he was talking about. In fact, the precautions, I have the hiccups, guys. The precautions you've taken make you look worse than given the DMs between you and Toasty. Completely agree. Third, the victims not having an issue with you is irrelevant because it doesn't change the fact that you at the very least knew about the porn spamming and kept quiet for 4 years. Until people finally chose to listen to Akumu. Fourth, please, for the love of God, stop treating Akumu as if he were a stalker. You're making yourself, as well as your merry bands of morons, look even worse than by doing so. That's ignoring the fact that you, Ponderspocket, and most of your, at the time, friends of the FCK made around 3 to 5 hours worth of YouTube content, effectively silencing him when he was 16 to 17. I don't care for how edgy his jokes were. You don't do that to someone, especially a minor. Miss CZ even went into Akumu's comment and even said inappropriate things. Why did they do that, you ask? Well, it's either because he was making fun of them for the Madame V Slimmers situation by comparing them comparing them all to Light Yagami from Death Note, or B, he knew what was going on in the FCK and they didn't want to blow that up. Or the third option, I'm not aware of. Fifth, while Akumu isn't focused on helping the victims and more provide what? No, this is bullshit. Akumu is focused on helping the victims. Laka is focused too. This is kind of bullshit. Fifth, while Akumu isn't focused on helping the victims and more providing he was right all along, why aren't you giving the victims the attention they need? I haven't seen you ask anyone to support the victims lately, although I could be wrong with that in front. So I disagree with this, and I also disagree with the criticism that Laka is facing today. So let me pause it right here. Let me go to my BRB screen because I was sent a recording. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't even need to be sent it. I was sent a recording of Lio saying something very specific in nature. Let's listen.
Look, I'm not plussed about Leigha's actions right now, but I think that it is important to still look at what Leigha has to say and see if it has any validity.
It does, Lio. It literally does. It has validity.
As like the
You should be calling out the FCK server, and you guys aren't.
least egregious of all these people so far. What I do find odd, because Akuma's made it clear what his point is. He's not a predator hunter. He's not here for accountability. He literally thinks that, and I think I might quote him right, is super gay.
Why are you using that word? That's homophobic.
Leigha, on the other hand, says that they're speaking for the victims, much like Crystal said they were for the Glitztail people, but why are they focusing on other people? The biggest offenders there were Zizi and Toasty.
Although, Lio, let me correct you. Although Zizi and Toasty were the biggest offenders, the entire situation needs to be called out. I've been calling out every single one of the people involved in the FCK server. The fact that you think it should just be Toasty and Miss Zizi is absolutely disgusting. They are gross and they are predatory, but everybody involved, including Doodle Tones, needs to be called out. So, Lio, shut up. Sit down and shut up.
We gonna deal with them, or do I have to? Is that what's expected here? Because
You should. It is expected for you to call out everybody involved in the FCK server. If we go to your channel right now, Lio, if we go to your channel, and I'm going to go to it in a second, I don't see any videos regarding the FCK server, Lio.
somebody needs to actually get out their duff and do something.
That is absolutely horrible. Lio, you are so dumb with this take. So stupid. But let's go to your channel and let's see if there's a video on the FCK server, guys. Let's just see. Let's see. Lio Convoy. You have to search by channel because he's being suppressed by the algorithm. I think it's hilarious. Channel. I hate that stupid video. So you would rather, Lio, you would rather read Thundercat's audiobooks and continue the drama rather than call out the FCK server. So what are you talking about, buddy? You are in no position to criticize anyone's coverage of the FCK server. And the reason why you're in no position to criticize anybody's coverage of the FCK server is because you alone are not calling it out. You have not covered it. So sit down and shut the fuck up. Leigha has been very hard on Toasty Vanilla. Leigha has very much criticized Toasty Vanilla. So, Lio, you're in no position. You're throwing stones at glass houses, buddy. Stop. Because this ain't right. This ain't it. Everybody in that server needs to be called out. And it is not up to you to decide who gets called out and who doesn't get called out. Everyone will get called out. And Toasty and Mzizi are the worst of them all. So I don't agree with this person in this statement. Then this person says, Nezzy, please calm down. Being mad at me for blocking you instead of talking to you first does nothing. As you fucked up, it's nice to know you know that. Here's the thing. I'm not here to paint you as evil as an evil, vindictive person. I'm not an Akumu fan. Personally, I don't like the guy either. I think he's a pompous asshat. Only reason why I watched his content was to get more information on the FCK as was talking about it for years. I've seen that guy claim he's not doing what he does because he wants you gone. He's not doing what he does to show people who you really are, which in his eyes is a two-faced hypocrite. I'm not here to call you a two-faced hypocrite. I'm not even going to ask you to apologize to Akumu if what he's been telling the truth about the things I've seen holding over your head, because we both know he won't accept it and will more than likely try and spin it as you trying to dodge a bullet. They literally are. What are you talking about? I'm here because I can't bring myself to hate you. I can be upset with you over the interaction as I want. It won't change much. I'm here because I want an acknowledgement, an understanding that you were wrong, and I got that. I'm sorry for aggravating you, but I'm not going to block you, as part of me still believes you aren't the bastard Akumu points you out as. This is so dumb. I'm eating a sandwich. W eating a sandwich. This is so dumb. When Thuman does upload that video, I'm sure he'll pick apart your section in order to confirm his beliefs. But regardless, I'll leave you alone now. Please take care of yourself, Nezzie. And somebody says then this person says, when I say if he's not telling the truth about the things, okay, I don't care about this. They're talking about Akumu. I really don't care about this. So then this is Nezzie's response. I really don't give a shit if he thinks I'm a piece of shit. I don't take advice from people who choose to be friends with someone who encourages a girl to carve their name into her arm and do literally. Nezzie, you sound like Lio right now. And who has a terabyte or used to supposedly is gone of bestiality porn. I don't take advice from people who purposefully lie about how old I was. And I know because Peaches was the 19-year-old and is older than me and doesn't understand that people are multifaceted. Everyone is a hypocrite. Everyone does shitty things. If I was some rando, nobody would have bothered, but he gets something every time he uses the mention tool on YouTube. Hold on. I'm not a good person because that is not how people work, but I try to do good things and keep people safe. Okay, I'm skipping their opinions because their opinions are annoying. Then Nezzie says, a good person, because that's not how people work, but try to do good things and keep people safe. Also, he doesn't understand what hypocrisy means. If this is about Tippy, there was a 4-year span. She was 26 and actively silenced people. I don't give two shits if people think I'm evil. Oh, oops. If people think I'm evil. Wait, where is it? It means they'll stay away from me. And being a hypocrite doesn't make me wrong. It makes me an asshole, but at least unlike him, I know that. Then this person says, him calling you a hypocrite isn't about Tippy, although I do see the connection there. He's calling you a hypocrite because of how you and others treated him when he was 16/17, and then claim you care about the safety of minors online. That is literally hypocritical. Teddy says Peaches talked about their partner's dick size in the FCK, so I'm tired of them pretending like they didn't do much. Yeah, I'm tired of it too. Absolutely tired. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong about that too. I just don't I just don't feel like trugging through Akuma's YouTube video, YouTube comments, or Twitter posts. Having said that, and I feel I'm overstepping boundaries when I say this, so sorry in advance. You should work on not being a hypocrite, as that will lead to more problems for you and anyone else you talk to down the line, which is absolutely true because I'm covering this said conversation on the internet, all because Nezzy doesn't have any kind of self-awareness. So that what that person is saying is absolutely true. Laka says, I'm still furious seeing Nezzy basically ignore the suffering of the kids involved. I completely agree. I'm sick and tired of Nezzy and Ellie Momeli saying like, "Oh, what do you want me to do? It happened years ago. There's nothing I can do." And it's like, guys, you're victim blaming. You're invalidating the victims by saying that, and it's so gross. Let me take a sip of water real quick. I apologize, guys. I can't believe I believe them. It's okay, Teddy. Don't be too hard on yourself. Again, we get tricked by people. Then they say, I really don't care if people think I'm a hypocrite. I stopped caring about, Nezzy says, then I really don't care if people think I'm a hypocrite. I stopped caring about this forever ago. Never did I ever claim this harbinger of good or whatever the fuck I am guy. You're such a liar. Nezzy, you're lying right here. I'm just a guy, and if he wants to obsess over me, he's free to. You're such a liar. You're more than happy to go and threaten Leigha Convoy or threaten people in the name of Leigha Convoy, so shut up. Then this person says, hypocrite, as that will lead to more problems for you and anyone else you talk to down the line. Then, okay, I already read that. Then Nezzy says, it's been 4 years. I even apologized to him in a call once, if I recall correctly. So did Ponder. No, you didn't. That's a lie. You never apologized. If he wants me rent free in his head for the rest of time, so be it. Just gonna do whatever. Then Nezzy says, I had a call with him and Ponder had a call with him at separate times. Then this person says, just make sure the call you're referring to isn't the one Akumu has on his channel, right? Then a screenshot is sent, and it's deleted user that says, hold on, you guys, that says, I did hear that part where he was trying to ask for personal info. Then Nezzy says he wasn't. He was trying to get private records. Then this person says, actually, stupid question. Just realized that call happened shortly after the news broke out. But does prompt a question? What exactly did you and Potter apologize to him for? Was it for everything you two said about him, or was for more specific things like doxing, like the doxing claim? Because he tends to use the screenshot to claim you insisted he doxed Slimmers, when in reality, Badam posted Slimmer's phone number somewhere. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm so tired. Then Nezzy says, it was for a fact we made a video when he was young or something. Like that. I don't 100% remember. I'm not really talking about this anymore. Man, I'm too tired. Everything I ever say to this guy is going to get twisted, and I kind of just don't care anymore. Then this person says, you mean the two-faced partner titled accumulating non-existent evidence? I don't blame you at all for being exhausted. I'm exhausted from looking into the FCK, seeing all the fallout that it caused and how it became less about supporting the victims and more about tearing and feathering. And I say this loosely, friend group for screwing up big time. Yes, you all messed up. Here, I'm not denying that, but I don't believe all of you are horrible people, idiots, absolutely. But I don't insidious, but not insidious to the core. Thank you for talking about the time. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Thank you for taking the time out of your day to talk to me about this. Please take care of yourself. The Nezzy says, yeah, NP. So that's the Google Doc. Then this is like further Akumu saying this. So then this is the last tweet. Since Thuman did an interview with Nezziemonster, who wants to bet Nezzie pulled the I've been traumatically harassed and stalked for years card. This harassment and stalking consists of comments on YouTube and tweets on Twitter. And then it's a screenshot of Nezzie talking to that person. Then Akuma says, so if that's harassment and stalking, not only did she do the same thing because Ponder admitted to watching my Twitter account until that was suspended, LMFAO. But does that say about Lion Man bad? But what does that say about Lion Man bad? Dude digs into people's personal lives, but it's okay when he does way worse. I agree. Absolutely agree. Nezzy, I want you to know this is not the way that you want to come back to things. Okay, Nezzy? You're an absolute loser for like thinking you could like come back into this sphere and exist and not get ridiculed over the shit that you've done in the FCK server. I will always hold you to a standard of accountability. Okay. And I am watching your Twitch streams. So you better watch what you say because I'm A-logging you. I think your behavior is inexcusable and indefensible. And if you think just because it happened 4 years ago, you are acquitted of all the wrongdoing that you have done, you better think again because that's not how this works. You've jumped down on people for much less. You've got on to people and say that Tippy was treated with big kids gloves, but you expect people to like just absolutely forget what you have done. And that's hilarious to me. That's completely laughable.